Hi guys, welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you who are returning, welcome back. And for those of you who are new, welcome to the channel. I appreciate your love and support. So this is going to be a collective reading for the sign of Taurus. This will be for your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus. Cross watchers, roles can be reversed, so take it as it is meant for your life. You know, don't take something that is not for you and force it to fit. You're going to cause yourself more disruption than you're going to do good with it, right? Taurus, it's been a minute. It's been a crazy October. Was insane. Trying to get videos out, trying to work, trying to do all that stuff, right? It gets hectic. Guys, I am available for personal readings on a limited basis, and that information can be found in the description box below, as well as the about section of the page. If you've not subscribed to the channel, please do so. It's going to help circulate the videos, and you're going to get notifications each time a new video is posted as well. So, all right, Taurus, let's see. It's about mid-November here. What's going on for Taurus, please, Spirit? Let's just jump in. Taurus. Trying to keep your emotions in check right now. It's kind of how that feels to me. Balancing out the emotions, trying to balance out the emotions, not letting yourself get ahead. Spirit is saying listening to that inner voice. And they're also talking about self-soothing. Can't even talk. Self-soothing. For Taurus, please, Spirit. For Taurus. We'll take it. I feel like you're in a space. This may be love, this may be family, this could be lots of different things. So again, place it where it fits for you. I feel like you're trying to keep yourself in check. I feel like you're trying to listen to that inner voice, but I also feel like Spirit is saying something comes to call. So I don't know, you may be getting messages, text messages, you may be getting emails, DMs, you know, whatever. You may just be getting visitors, something to that effect. That you're trying to pay attention to. And for some of you, this could also be divine messages that are coming in for you, and you're trying to take action on that. You're trying to be more self-aware. Some of you may be in a period of isolation right now as well. Trying to learn too. With this listening is also like a sense of learning, maybe learning where another person is coming from, also learning more about yourself, paying attention to the messages, if there's divine messages coming in, what they mean for you. You may, I got like the chills right now. It's always confirmation for me. Maybe also getting dreams. Some of this communication may be coming through telepathically via dreams. It may be stirring up some emotions within you, and you're trying to navigate those emotions at this time. But I also feel like you're trying to make better choices. I feel like for some of you, you've really been put through the ringer. For some of you, you may just be absolutely exhausted from past situations. But trying to figure out how to work through those right now. And very much, some of you may even feel very alone at this time. Yeah, let's see. All right, let's see what's going on here. Give me 1 second here. Move some stuff around. Dropping things. All right, Spirit, for Taurus. Some of you need to sage. Side note from Spirit, some of you need to sage. Maybe cleansing the house space, cleaning things out, going through old books, maybe reminiscing on some journals, things you may have written. A little bit of reminiscing, I think, of the past going on as well. All right, Spirit for Taurus, please. Card for Taurus. There we go. We'll take it. The ego, which is also the Tower. All right. For the focus, maybe a shedding of the ego. Maybe those internal messages. Put that back in there and we'll come back to it. Maybe the old self wasn't what you needed it to be. It's kind of how that feels to me. I'm trying to shed the parts of you that are, you know, through this eclipse energy. It may be, you know, we're releasing the things that are not serving of us. And you may have seen yourself in a negative aspect, dealing with fears, not willing to let go of certain situations. But you know, there's a full understanding, I think, though, with this, that you're aware that this wasn't serving of you, and you may have sat in it for some time, worried about material gain, being stuck when you weren't stuck. You just weren't making the moves that you needed to make to change things. You're focused. You got the Seven of Cups, some confusion. Taurus, you're an earth sign, slower moving energy, right? You may be procrastinating on what it is that you should be doing. But you have clarity, though. I feel like there's clarity around this situation for you, but you're also not taking the necessary action to remedy it. All right, so what you need to know, Six of Wands. You can be victorious. You can make changes. You can be successful in those changes that need to take place. You may be getting some good news. The message may be of good news that you're getting as well. Spirit is saying for some of you, maybe a pay raise as well. So that's always a positive, right? But I feel like you're not sure where you want to go, not sure what you want to do, not sure if you're hearing things clearly from divine messages or spirit. The obstacle for Taurus, please, Spirit. The obstacle. Taurus, please. Got too many there. All right, put this back in. The obstacle. Spirit is talking about sudden loss too, so I don't know what this loss may be. Spirit, the obstacle here. I don't think you guys want to take a look at the obstacle, actually. It's kind of how that's, when they don't come out like that, there's a blockage to that. Maybe not wanting to address certain situations. Yeah, Knight of Cups. Turning a blind eye to romance, not wanting to take a look at it. It may be a struggle to have to open the heart space or get comfortable with that. Strength for Taurus, please, Spirit. Strength, Four of Swords, healing, sitting in a period of recovery, taking a time out. Isn't that the Taurus way? We just won't do anything right now, right? That procrastination. I seen this card on the split at one point, that the Ten of Pentacles, and there it is in the outcome. And then you've got the Three of, excuse me, the Three of Wands. There may be an idea of traveling there. I kind of picked up on that movement earlier. Some traveling aspects as well. Maybe time to, you know, when we talk about that pay raise kind of thing, this may be a new job. You know, in order to take this new job, you may be doing some traveling as well. It may require a little more effort of you. Got the Devil and the Justice card on the split there. So let's see. Let's clarify the ego. This card of Capricorn. Accepting accountability for the past. Took the easy way out, it feels like to me. Away from a Two of Cups situation, stepping outside of that, not sure what you wanted to do with it. I'm also hearing that somebody else may have come in and taken your place, oddly enough. Spirit is saying you dropped the ball. You tiptoed, you snuck out on it. Someone was bound to have to make some kind of movement in some sort of direction, and I feel like it was away from the Two of Cups energy. This Tower, you may, and I talked about that reminiscing, right? Only seeing it a certain way or what have you. It is understanding that this almost feels defensive to me with this King of Wands. You know, he knows how to take authoritative action. He knows what he needs to do. But I think if you stood in this place of cutting something out, cutting something off, and I feel like this is Spirit saying 3 times over, what are you learning from being in that position? Because it's creating tower moments when you're in that. Like, you've cut things off, you've snuck out, you've ducked away. You've had to deal with these challenges as they've come up, and the action that's been taken has been very aggressive, is how it comes through. And it's like, at what point do you drop that aggression? And I feel like it's internal confusion that causes that. that creates that feeling of that confusion, right? So it's interesting. All right, the Seven of Cups for the focus. All right, we'll take them. You've got the Knight of Swords, the Chariot, and the Hangman. More confusion, stagnant movement forward. I feel like your feelings are getting the best of you. Like, I almost feel too as if there's something that you want to do that you feel like you can't do. You want to come in, you want to make some kind of change, you want to do something that's going to take you out of this stalemate kind of energy. But I feel like there's a need of healing here in the emotional sense that still needs to occur. My head is spinning as I think about this. I can only imagine where you guys are at, right? You know that something about the situation, whatever you're dealing with, has got to change. But again, that Hangman, like, you're trying to see it differently. I feel like you're trying to heal a certain aspect of it, but you're not sure. Like, I almost feel like for as much as you've got the Seven of Cups, you know, those 7 choices, if that's what you want to call it, but in the same breath, I feel like you think your choices are extremely limited. And you've got that movement, and you've got the Chariot card there, but I don't feel like you're doing it. Like, you just keep going back, and something about the situation, I feel a lot of aggression in these 2 cards here with what is clarifying. I don't know. There's something that you're being asked to pay attention to about the feeling that comes up. And I feel like this may just be internal anger with the self as well. So let's see what you need to know. The Six of Wands. Spirit is saying distractions as well. You may be using work as a distraction from the emotional turmoil that you're feeling in some capacity. Okay, so we've got the Two of Swords, the Hermit, the Death card. To me, this is missing an opportunity of success. Yeah, and there you go. You've got the Five of Cups underneath. Regret, sorrow, remorse, maybe wanting to make amends, wanting to make an apology for something of the past, trying to fix a situation that didn't work out the way that you had hoped it would. It came to an impasse. But again, I feel like you are in a space that you're trying to heal something. You're trying to make some changes to any given situation that, you know, it requires some internal examination to things. So you've got Cancer here. You've got Scorpio. You've got Pisces. So, you know, it's like, you know, we all, I just told somebody today, or another video today, I think it might have been Aquarius, you know, not to have regrets. But it's not just the fact of the regret. It's understanding that it's a missed opportunity. That there was something to it that lit something up. And I think that it was something that also brought in this frustration of anger with yourself. Could it have been successful? Yes. Could anything be successful? Yes. There's always positives and negatives. It's always going to be how you see it, right? If you're going to see it in a negative light, it'll be a negative thing. If you're going to see it in a positive light, it'll be a positive thing. It's totally up to you. But in the same sense, it's also trying to teach you something at this point as well. So, all right, let's look at the obstacle, that damn Five of Pentacles again, with the Knight of Cups. All right, let's see. Knight of Cups for Taurus, please. I feel like there's regret that you didn't make movement. You got the Son of Pentacles here. And you got the Daughter of Wands, or the Page of Wands. I feel like you're turning down a lot of different things when it comes to the emotionality of situations. I think you go back to what was where you feel like you lost out emotionally because you weren't willing to take the risk. You weren't willing to make the changes. You weren't willing to step into something new. And for some of you, you may be contemplating that now. So if you've had messages or offers or things come in, you may be in a space right now where you're just not sure how you address that, because I feel like you feel like things didn't work out for either a prolonged period of years, or things didn't work out in a situation, or whatever it might be. So it's you're constantly in a space of reserving yourself, reserving your emotions, because you don't even know what emotions you're feeling at this time. Working through those emotions has become the hardest part of this for you, is resolving those emotions, resolving how that feels or why you feel the way that you do at this time. Because I feel you protecting yourself. It's like sleeping with one eye open, trying to examine the choices. For some of you, you may be reminiscing over an old lover as well. Seeing that Gemini energy there. So, 4 of Swords, resting, reprieving, right? We've got the Page of Swords, the Ace of Cups. Trying to heal that heart space, trying to start over, try to start something new. Clarify the 4 of Swords for Taurus, please, Spirit. The Fool. Yep, trying to start over, right? Trying to decide where to put the investment or the risk, if it's worth taking for you at this time. 4 of Swords, please, Spirit, for Taurus. But it's really painful. There's that 3 of Swords. I knew that was going to come. And Temperance, trying to balance those emotions, trying to work through the pain of the situation. I'm going to say, if you know, I look back at that six of Wands back there. If you're sorry, say you're sorry. You know, write a letter, make a call, send a message, stop by, whatever this is, whatever it is that you felt like didn't work out. And for some of you, I feel like this is maybe even just trying to find some self-forgiveness for the way things turned out in the past. Or, you know, that sorry or that apology can also be to yourself. It doesn't have to be to another person. And that 4 of Swords with the Fool, the 3 of Swords, and the Temperance. You know, trying to find the strength, trying to find the courage to go through or to open up. But these wounds are still sitting there. It's like every time you take a step forward, and again, you're talking about reminiscing, like every time you go to take a step forward, there's something that almost reminds you of a loss. It's reminding you of a loss or a heartbreak that has happened. And it reignites a feeling or a lack thereof of the feeling of what it is that you once had. And there again, that damn 5 of Cups is on the bottom. And that holds you. It keeps you stuck because that space is not healed. You've got the Page of Cups again, wanting to... there's really a vast need for some kind of reconciliation of a situation. And that doesn't mean you're getting back together with somebody or somebody from the past should be a part of your life or anything like that. But what it's simply saying is that, you know, if there was a missed opportunity there, this feeling attached to that may be coming up. And, you know, you're going to have to work through that because I feel like it's holding you back mentally. Having these regrets, having these thoughts that are just exhausting to you, because it was probably I'm hearing Spirit say the closest it's ever come. So whatever that means to you, it was the closest that it's ever come to for you. That probably meant something, whether it was wish fulfillment or, you know, nurturing of you. You got card of Scorpio here. You've also got a card of Cancer here. So you may be dealing with a water sign. You got Capricorn here as well. But it's something like it's very hard to let go of. Once you got a taste of it, it's very hard to let go of. And you've got card of Sagittarius here as well. So, all right, let's see. Some Aquarius energy as well. All right, 10 of Pentacles. Clarify the 10 of Pentacles for Taurus, please. That 5 of Cups. Oh, good Lord. That card is haunting you guys. The 10 of Cups. And the Page of Cups, lots of cups, lots of cups. Ace of Wands underneath there. I don't know why this feels like nostalgia. This could have been a family situation at one point where you felt secure, you felt well established. It had the material, it had the love, it had, you know, this little bit of, I'm going to say a little bit of you in it. And it was asking for action, but there you have the Seven of Cups. And then you've got that Six of Wands again. But that Five of Cups is just lingering over this entire reading of just how half, like you may feel like half of you is missing. Some of you may be dealing with twin flames. Some of you may be dealing with soulmates, where you just feel like half of you is missing, or half of something doesn't make sense anymore emotionally. Doesn't have to be tied up to a person. This could just be internal. But it's like wanting and desiring to get back to that Ten of Cups. Like you'll get there. But I think that it's very important that whatever healing needs to take place is occurring exactly as it needs to. And you've got to put the work into that. So whether it's listening to divine messages, you're trying to send a message, you're getting messages, you know, whatever it might be, allow that to happen. Because, you know, like action, like, and I feel like, again, that Seven of Cups, there twice now, that confusion of like, you don't know how to go about doing it. You don't know how to take the action towards doing it. Just put your trust and faith in the fact that everything is going to be fine. Like, I think the only anger is internal, like some internal anger and disappointment within you, or maybe this is somebody that you're dealing with, Taurus. I don't know. You know, use it to, you know, apply it accordingly, as always. So, you know, it's, if you know that there's something that needs to be healed, then work on healing it. Plain and simple. Like, to me, seeing these cards as they come out, this is very reminiscent energy, and then trying to figure out how you move forward from that space. And I'm just going to throw a couple, actually, let me switch decks here. I've gone through the majority of that one there. Oh. All right. Three of Wands. You may be making a plan for the future, how to address this, perhaps. Taking your time, working on things that are in front of you as we speak, rather than things that may be up in the future. There's that Six of Wands again. I'm telling you, like, it will have its day, is what Spirit is saying. It will have its day. The Queen of Wands. And the Seven of Wands. And the nine of Swords underneath that. The Ace of Cups, Six of Swords. There, you know, there you go again. There you are, Taurus. The Hierophant, the Six of Cups again. The Six of Swords, the Ace of Cups, the Nine of Swords. And then clarifying the Three of Wands, the Six of Wands, the Queen of Wands, the Seven of Wands. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like there at some point somebody, either you or someone else, turned their back to a situation. I feel like both sides had to make some kind of plan. There was some type of action, some type of plan that needed to change. It could create a distance between you and somebody. You may just be at a distance from this person, but I feel like you feel like you're going to be met with some rejection, some defensiveness, not willing to let your guard down. They're not willing to let their guard down. But I want to say, to me, it's more of a perception. It's the way you're seeing it. You know, the Three of Wands is looking out. Like, what do they see out there, you know? It doesn't mean that it is that way. And that, I think that's a very important thing, because it comes through with Spirit as like almost illusionary, though. Like, it's a perception. It's not necessarily the truth, because you've got, and then again, you know, you've got that Nine of Wands, or the Nine of Swords underneath here. That is, you're anxietizing over something that I don't think necessary. Not that it doesn't exist, I'm not discrediting that, but the fact that it's not as bad as you think that it is, or it's not, it would, you know, your offer of understanding, your offer of love or emotionality, even if it's minute, would be well received. But I think that you don't think that it would be. But that Six of Wands there tells me differently. I've seen it so many times. but you yourself are still sitting in this half, I'm going to call it a half-assed energy of this Five of Cups. Let the miracles take place. You never know, right? Like, don't see it as glass half full, right? So my sinuses are driving me crazy. I'm sorry. Okay, let's get you guys a card of advice from the White Light Oracle, and then we're gonna wrap this up. I don't know, Taurus, I think you're working on the heart space. I think there's a need to work on the heart space. There's a need to work on forgiveness. There's a need to work on you know, whether it's forgiving you or forgiving your, you know, somebody else. Like, forgiveness sets us free from so many things. So just do it. Just do what you need to do. Okay. All right. Taurus, please. Taurus, please. I have little hands. These big cards in me, we're never gonna find a balance. It's just never going to be a thing. It's never going to be a thing for me. Spirit for Taurus, advice for Taurus, please. 7 blessings of Eve. All right, let's take a look. Taurus, for some reason, I feel like you're starting to see the light. Even in all of your stubborn energy, all of your slow moving energy, it's been a long time coming that you know, to see the light. I think about the Kim Cran's, her animal deck. Yeah, the What Unknown Animal deck. There's a cosmic egg in it. And that's what this particular card is reminding me of right now. I don't have it here at home. But it's like you're going towards the light. You're starting to see where things got twisted, misconstrued. You're starting to unravel the parts of you that were not serving. It's like, I feel like there's a recognition within the self, whether it's accountability or awareness as to where you've been and why you've done things the way you have, or even what you've dealt with in the past. Like, something is being illuminated for you. And I think that has a lot to do with growth, whether it's like Kundalini kind of energy or whatever it is. Like, you're starting to straighten yourself up to something. So I don't know. I do like this energy for you. Number 7, so 7 blessings of Eve. So let's see what the book's got to say to this, and then we'll be done. Okay. Kind of short, actually. Okay. So 7 blessings of Eve. A spiritual gift shall enter your heart and manifest as a blessing in your life. You have innate talents and abilities which will support your soul into full, glorious manifestation. You have been blessed with a beautiful divine destiny to fulfill. You have natural healing ability. Choose your thoughts and words so they reflect what you truly wish to put out into the world, because your influence is stronger and further reaching than you realize. Eve dwelt into the original paradise, the Garden of Eden. She is the mother of knowledge. From knowledge, wisdom can be developed. Wisdom of the egg of Sophia, the divine feminine, power to the birth mother of the higher consciousness to bring forth the light of loving awareness. Eve's oracle is not an omen of being cast out of paradise. It is a sign that a false view which has been holding you captive is going to give way to a greater understanding, which will empower you to be a bearer of the light, a priestess or a priestess of the egg of Sophia. I'm going to stop there and say that anxiety, this falsified idea, that illusionary energy that I just talked about at the end, where I don't think you think things are going to turn out the way that you would hope. I think that's where this false view is coming from. This oracle encourages you to seek the knowledge you need, to not be held captive by secrets or misinformation, and to know that the knowledge you shall be able to shed false views like a snake shedding its skin, and grow in wisdom. You shall know what you need to know and find your way in truth. The oracle also indicates a shift away from shame and confusion. We talked about confusion. Perhaps feeling you have something to prove, or that you are not enough, or that you have to atone for a failing in this or other lifetimes. Instead, your soul is moving you toward a realization of the inherent goodness and grace that is your real nature. You are blessed. You are granted a unique, unrepeatable human life. Even if you believe in reincarnation, acknowledging the soul continues to grow over many lifetimes. There will only be one lifetime when you are this you. If you treasure this life, you will become bolder, more fearless, more willing to step up as your real self, more willing to engage in healing and say yes to what makes your heart sing. There is a rabbinic saying that every time a human being walks down the street, a choir of angels cries, make way, for the image of God is approaching. Loving humanity is not always easy, especially when the darker side of human nature causes such suffering. Yet there is much heroism, love, kindness, and nobility too. Look to the positive and open your heart to the best in yourself and those around you. Choose to see and nurture the spiritual light in yourself and others to the best of your ability. We are all growing and evolving in our own way. Even those who trouble your heart are doing their best. Acknowledge that humans have limited capacities and deserve compassion and a chance to awaken spiritually nonetheless. Do not, however, allow yourself to become a doormat to anyone's ego games. Entrust the spiritual process and protection of all beings to the divine feminine, as you care for yourself and others as consciously as you can. Certain numbers have a sacred significance that crosses religious and cultural boundaries. 7 is one such number with significance in Hinduism, Judaism, Christianity, Islam, I can never say that word right, Jainism, Buddhism, and the New Age. The spiritual power of 7 includes a natural charisma and a capacity to be an influential channel for higher wisdom. The presence of 7 is a sign from the universe to reconnect to the sacred. The oracle of the 7 blessings of Eve is a reminder that you are a sacred being and have no need to hold yourself hostage to shame, blame, guilt, anger, judgment, or fear. Acknowledge your connection to spiritual knowledge, pray, and your prayer shall be answered. And I talked about those messages coming in, and that may be it. Praying, getting those messages, and need to receive those messages. Understanding that if there is this sense of guilt, shame, blame, it may be time to try to find a way to resolve those. Whether it's with you, with somebody else, within letters, within whatever communication needs to happen in order to resolve this and put you on a new path to an understanding, right? So you could be dealing with Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Sag, Aquarius. Who else here? Let's see. Scorpio again, Sagittarius again. So really, as always, it could be any sign, but it'll be okay. It'll be fine. Like I'm happier about this reading. I did Aquarius and I felt like I just beat them up the whole time. I feel bad, but I don't feel bad. But your messages are just that, you're learning again is how I would put it. And I think that instead of Venus, I just seen that Venus, love, right? Heart space. Take care of that. Clear out this confusion. Clear out any pain and sorrow attached to it. That ego, though, very much feels like that's coming from you. And I could be wrong. Not even wrong, but just the idea like that really, Taurus, for whatever reason, that feels like you in this right now. But I think that is of the past. So make sure you're doing the work so it doesn't come back up in the future. All right, guys, if this video, if this video resonated for you, hit that like button. If you have not hit the subscribe button yet, please do so. It helps you guys and it helps me out and it helps support the channel, and I appreciate it so very much. I wish you guys the best in November, and we will see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.